And green flag waves. Curtis Lansing gets a good run down low. And our modifieds are underway. Going to be 3 wide here, 4 wide on the start. Nick O'Neill immediately to the lead here, and they keep that clean. They're going to say 3 wide here, though, coming back through the corner. Paul French is able to drive clear up top, but Curtis Lansing and Dwayne Hunt Jr. in that 22 pushing hard down low. Brandon Bonnet falling back a little bit in the 23, but he is charging and looking for it on that low line. We'll see if he takes another dive here into turn 4. Gonna get right down near that apron, tries driving it up and out, and they're side by side now. Brandon Bonnet contesting for second. Once again, this is the first race this number 23 modified has seen. And white flag gonna wave this time for Nick O'Neill one more time around. Tough battle for second, still waging on. Can Brandon Bonnet beat his old car? It'll be Nick O'Neill taking the main event win out of turn 4. And Dwayne Hunt Jr. holds off against the former driver of his modified. Dan Clark will come in here a couple laps down. But battle for 4th, it's going to be the 21X of Rod Heastand taking 4th with the 24 of Curtis Lansing in 5th. Paul French Jr. fell back to 6th there with Pat Bush in 7th, Dan Clark in 8th. They fire off, good run, looked fairly even, and we are underway for our 12-lap Bandolero finale for 2024. And Sophia Medrano does a great job on the outside, rolling to the lead immediately upon the start. She's being followed by that rookie, Chaos Kenzie Parker, jetting off into turn 1 or 3 and 4. Oh, and maybe a little bit of contact there. The 14 going to go around and backwards on the front straightaway. That'll drop us under caution right before they took the start-finish line for the completion of lap number 1. So we will restack them up and restart this race. And Gary, the pace truck driver, going to drop down here. Green flag waves out of turn 4. And Dominic West going to clear from the outside, gets down in front of that number 3, and he's off to a hot start here. Kenzie Parker trying to follow suit, getting around the outside of that number 3. And just finding really good speed right now through the middle of the corners, that 66 car. And Sophia Medrano's working to the outside of that number 3 car. Schmick's doing a good job holding it down inside. Not able to get as much momentum coming off that little drop-off, though, as Sophia Medrano will clear up to 3rd. Schmick will be looking to battle back here. That build-in for longest to generate the most speed as you get through this 12-lap main. And Dominic West in front turns it down too hard, and he got himself turned around, and we're going to drop back under caution here. Gary Mitchell drops down once again, and green flag waves side by side down the front straightaway. Sophia Medrano gets the better launch on the outside, but once again, here comes Dominic West. He's going to look high. Maybe 3 wide, though I think he's slowing his tempo a little bit, wants to keep it right back in line behind them, doesn't want to force anything too crazy up top here. But he's going to get to the outside of the 14, coming through 3 and 4 this time, though he goes way up the track. Found a little bit of momentum down the straightaway, though, keeping it up there. If he feels comfortable with that thing, that might not be a bad line for him to try and get around these cars, which are hugging down near the bottom right now. And this time out of turn 4, Kenzie Parker keeps it clean, and she'll take her 2nd win at Tucson Speedway with Sophia Medrano coming runner-up. It'll be Dominic West taking 3rd as he caps his championship season, and the number 3 of Austin Schmick bringing it home in 4th, closing out what's been a great year for our 3rd place driver. And engines fire out of turn 4 as the green flag waves. Vincent Yesu, good run on the inside. We'll see how long he's able to keep that momentum up from that inside lane. The number 2 on the outside of Chad Jennings rolling that outside. Getting a little bit comfortable up there. He's going to pull side by side for the lead, and that number 2 car We'll be right there. We're going to go 3 wide for that second place spot. J.R. Shanks able to pull it underneath Jen Hall, and we're 3 wide for the lead. Oh, Hall almost got that thing sideways, drive in the middle, but all 3 keep it going. Hall's going to pull side by side with that number 5 car for second. But Chad Jennings doing a good job staying up front here. Has a couple third place and 1 runner-up finish to his name. And Hall looks like she's making a little bit more push pace on the outside. How's the car handling that in the corners? We'll see here off a turn exit as her and J.R. Shanks stay side by side. And JR might have moved up the track a little bit and forced Hall to check up, but they're still going to be nose to nose here coming back across the front straightaway. And now Hall, really good run on that outside lane. Chad Jennings got low there, and it allowed Hall to roll to the lead on the outside. And white flag gonna wave this time for Jen Hall. She has her whole car back out front as J.R. Shanks forced to follow in behind. He'll have one more chance. Looking for the run on the back straightaway to close some distance, but Hall keeps better pace. Gonna look for one more dive through 3 and 4. Can he get this thing to stick? And it's not gonna get there. Jen Hall takes the win here at the Hank Arnold Memorial. J.R. Shanks will come in second. And green flag waves for our Net Electric Mini Stocks. Lane Campbell, fast charge on the outside, followed by Rob Brown. Roger Raymond's having to take a little bit more time down low. Gillum's right up on the back bumper of that 34, though. He's going to try and move up the track to get around Raymond here, though I think Raymond had the same idea for getting out of his way, so they're going to be in line together once again. Gillum's just going to have to be patient to find his way around. Campbell's got his nose up front, but Raymond and Brown running side by side. Raymond getting his nose out front here and charging for the lead. He's going to trust this grip into 3 and 4 a little bit, see what he can drive out of it. And he's holding on to that, gets a little bit loose. And Roger Raymond is in the lead for the first time at Tucson Speedway. Gets that Halloween theme car turned around. Garrett Gillum coming on a charge, though, after he got around the 14 and 26. Gillum's hungry, looking for that 9th in a row. And Raymond keeps the balance of this thing down low and really clean drive out of turn 4. This 34 is moving. And Gillum's going to take a charge into 3 and 4 this time, trying to pull to the outside of Raymond. They're going to come side by side, back down the front straightaway. Raymond does a good job giving Gillum that high line. Again, once you get on this on ovals, it wants to bring you out towards that right side when you're going down And we got the 14 coming around out of turn 4 that time. He's got that car stopped right on the turn 4 exit with only a couple laps remaining. This could shake things up a little bit as we drop under yellow here. Ooh, a little bit of gamesmanship from the front row there, but we're going to get underway. And Roger Raymond finds himself down low on that start, in the 26 of Rob Brown starting to close back distance after Raymond got a good jump there. Just about a car length separating Rob Brown from that 34, but just a couple laps remaining. Does he have the time to find a lane for momentum and to get around? And it looks like the 26 actually has a problem. It sounded like a backfire or something of the sort coming out of turn 3 there, and the 26 is slow. White flag in the air for Garrett Gillum. And this 26 just going to limp down to the infield here. Tough break for that Guess Who car and Rob Brown, who's been having a strong run late season, and it'll be Garrett Gillum taking the checkered flag here at the 57th Hank Arnold Memorial in our Net Electric Mini Stocks. Roger Raymond continues improving, 4th in his first race, 3rd in the last one, 2nd today. And Lane Campbell comes in 3rd, getting another podium this season. And after that unfortunate last lap break, the 26 of Rob Brown will finish in 4th. Engine power out of turn 4 this time, and green flag waves. Brian Love first to the line from the outside. Got a little bit of a good jump, but Jen Hall looking quick to the inside here. Going to force 3 wide on lap number 1. David Fippin's going to have to fall back a little bit from the inside. She's going to drive it down low, trying to get down to the inside after the 173 set it up top. Or, sorry, the 57 went up top there. Brian Love and Jen Hall ended up trying to take the low route through 3 and 4 and ends up tangling with the 173 of David Fippin. Saint Zane's going to fire off down low with 57 on his outside. A bit of a choke up there from the 57 on that race start. Had the 057 right behind him, and it looks like there might be some body damage. They're not entirely sure. They'll fire it up through 3 and 4 green flag waves, and this main event is underway. And Saint Zane's going to keep it tight there to the outside. Goes up the track a little bit in 1 and 2. That's going to... I was going to say that might hurt him a little bit with the distance, but he's able to keep pretty good momentum onto that back straightaway. Switches up his line here and goes low, right down on the apron, trying to cut off as much of this track as possible. He knows he's going to have to get creative with his driving if he wants to keep up with this monstrous motor in this 057, but he's going to wheel this thing off to keep it close. And white flag going to wave this time for Jen Hall as she's running off with this one just as she did with the 2024 hobby stock season. Came into tonight with a 90-point advantage over her competitors after running 1st and 2nd all season long. And she's going to cap it here tonight with win number 10. Jen Hall, your 2024 Tucson Speedway hobby stock track champion, presented by the award store of Park Avenue Jewelers, gets her 10th win in this final race of the season. Pace truck drops down, and we are ready to get this 15-lap main event underway. And we're going to go 3 wide on the start here. Bryce Meyer fast from the jump, gets down inside of Brent Schmick and Toby Olds, and he's going to go right to the lead. Here comes Tristan Meyer charging from the outside as well. He'll clear those 2 cars and is in pursuit right behind that 78. We saw in the heat race that the 78 pushed the 7 forward, got it a good enough run where it got going and up front and was able to get that heat win. Now here in the main event, he gets out front first and has good distance on his brother running in 2nd there. White flag waves this time for Bryson Meyer, who's been absolutely perfect tonight. He's looking to catch the back bumper of the 23 on this last lap, though still a lot of space between them, so he won't quite get there on our final lap here as Brent Schmick takes the white flag now. But at a turn 4, your 2024 Sierra Cycles legend, track champion, Bryson Meyer brings home win number 6 of the season. The Craftsman pace truck drops down. And green flag waves. Ron Cyril Jr. fast to the start. And Cyril's got himself out to the lead early. Kirsten Jones falling back through the field in a hurry in that number 15 truck. She's down about 5, 6, 7. Almost the entire field. She's coming to a stop in turn 4. Big problems for the number 15 as we drop under caution here on lap number 1 once again. Should be a good race restart. Adam Farr on the outside, Ron Cyril Jr. on the inside, and we go double wide on the start. David Levitt from row number 2, pressuring for the lead here early. Levitt will dive that truck down into 3 and 4. Cyril keeps it up top high. And David Levitt starting to fall back a little bit, but just trying to back up this corner to drive through exit. But Ron Cyril is able to work clear after they were side by side on the opening laps. Calvin Catlin running up in third right now, while Adam Farr and Jen Hall battle for fourth. Farr's going to keep that truck down low. Got a little bit tight there. Had to get off throttle as Jen Hall's going to skirt around the outside. And this time, white flag in the air for Ron Cyril Jr. looking to pick up his second win of 2024. And Bob Cram lost that run on third as we're running single file in the top 5 right now. Jen Hall also gave up that 6th place spot to Zane McKissick. She'll look to battle back here on the last lap, but at a turn 4, Ron Cyril Jr. gets it done at Tucson Speedway for the second time this season. Catlin was trying to close in on David Levitt there, but Levitt will hold on to second with Calvin Catlin third, Bob Cram fourth, Kirsten Jones in fifth. It'll be Zane McKissick taking that 6th spot with Jen Hall 7th. This last year has been nothing but a blast, so I'm incredibly grateful, and I look forward to closing out the season alongside you all in 2 weeks. We'll be back at the action track built for speed. Thanks for coming out tonight. Everybody, drive home safe.